This is Jimi Hendrick, and this is episode 53. Pardon this number from the missed wrong numbering on the podcast yesterday. Episode 53, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, on Empower Your Pattern. Did you know that there are success patterns that help you receive more? To help you live a better and extraordinary life right now? Well, I'm Jimi Hendrick, and I am a motivational speaker. I am a coach, confidence, success, and thrive coach, adversity authority, a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and I'm here to help you along this adventure of finding these success patterns. Let's go. Okay. I'm going to give you a few quotes from Robert Kiyosaki before we get down to business. You only fail when you give up. I think that's how the rich dad told him. And he said, he also told Robert Kiyosaki, you're only poor if you think you are. You know? How about that on for size? The rich don't work for money. And another one is, if you believe you have no guts, you will get tripped every time the wind blows in some way, you know, cookie cutters in our culture. Okay, guys, pull up a chair. I'm going to go sit in the captain's chair in my writer's man cave to give you some room. Okay? Now, I've read books like Profiles in Courage. Let me get to my little... There we go. I already had it out for an earlier podcast review. There it is. The 20-year edition of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Let me tell you something. What I like about the cover of this, it says, what the rich teach their kids about money, that the poor and middle class do not. This book, I've read it at least once, but now that I have the 20-year edition, I'm going to read it again a little bit more. I've read some, I think I'm in like chapter 3 or chapter 4. This book, let me tell you something, this book is a powerhouse. So I'm holding it in my hand right now. I got it in February when we were just coming out of the deep freeze we had going on in West Texas. And while I was on vacation in the Gulf, I read that book. And I received a lot of wonderful knowledge. I'll tell you something. I'm not really a financial expert, but there are some things that I would quote out of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, given a chance, and I probably will in the book I'm currently writing on. Shoot, I got so many book projects that I need to be working on and getting done. It's not even funny. I got many books born inside me, folks. Alright, I'll give you kind of a story. I'm in graduate school when I first heard about this from my business associate, Seth. Now, I don't use his real name because even though he was helpful at the time, he also did some things I felt like that kind of blocked my progression. Okay? But anyway, I come home from graduate school for a little bit, a few days in October. And my friend Brad finds out that I'm reading this. So it's like, Rich Dad, Poor Dad? And all of a sudden, you're in network marketing? Jimmy, give me a darn break. You've got to be kidding. He said, I believe in your dreams. But man, you've gone to school. You've earned your keep. Go and get yourself a good, steady job. Plain truth. You know what it says in this book? You know what it says in this book right here that I'm holding? It says job. J-O-B stands for just over broke. Think about it, guys. Now, I'm not dissing jobs. Jobs can be a wonderful thing if you want to have a career and everything, you know. I'm not dissing jobs. I've had jobs. My first... Pardon the noise. I had a job. My first job, I was working for what was back then as the Texas Commission for the Blind. It's now Division of Blind Services under the Texas Workforce Commission. But anyway, back then in the past, I called it, you know, it was just receptionist, but I wouldn't call it that anymore. If I was to write a resume to hire myself, like Del Toro McNeil, I would say administrative assistant. But that's another episode. We need to get back to Rich Dad, Poor Dad, okay? Now, this book is power-packed with anecdotes. You know, it explodes the myth that you need to earn a high income to become rich. Yeah, chase destiny, not dollars, huh? Teaches why acquiring and building assets can be more important to you, to your future, than a big paycheck. Think about it. People are hooked on and paying on a paycheck. Think about it. Tell you something. Here's another thing that says, challenges the belief that your house is an asset. Let me tell you something. I talked to my sister about that a couple of years after my encounter with Brad, where I say that my house is, I said your house is an asset. She said, James, I read Dave Ramsey, and he says your house is an asset. Really? How come you can go into debt using that? Is it really an asset? No. I think it's a liability. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not dissing Dave Ramsey. I might do a book review on Dave Ramsey at some point. I got his book here in the Writer's Man Cave, but the Total Money Makeover. Okay. All right, let's move on. Reminds us why we can't count on the school system to teach our kids about money. Oh, I'll tell you why. You really want to teach you more about credit cards, how to manage your finances, how to manage your checkbook. What they also should be considering teaching kids is how to build and create and hold assets. And you know, I've been talking about that in my podcast, The Strenuous Life Radio, about the dumbing down of America, okay? And it's extremely apparent since this reactive culture began. I would say well over 30 years ago, okay? Here's another one. Explains what to teach your kids about money so they can be prepared for the challenges and opportunities of today's world and enjoy the rich life they deserve. Okay? Now, I've said this, we live in a combined age economy right now, okay? The economy isn't a single age economy like it's been for centuries, okay? Okay, we had the agrarian age. After that we've had the industrial age. But since the mid-1990s, we have stepped into a combined age. Got tongue-tied. A combined age. We're in information age, creation age, outcome age economy. It's why I wrote my book, The Winning Personality, a values-based approach for entrepreneurship in this economy. Okay? Now, that being said, I want to give roll call to those that I feel like have given me some information, have given me the inspiration to read this book. You know, even after reading it the first time. There's myself, Jimmy, I do pretty good myself with that. Another one is Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins is amazing. There's one of my friends, Michelle from Toastmasters, that inspires me to keep reading and keep plugging. Toastmasters, I'll tell you something. I would gladly give my speech, again, purple skies, red lights, in front of an in-person Toastmasters at some point. And then Bishop Dave. Bishop Dave and his wife Emily inspired me to get the 20-year edition of Rich Dad Poor Dad. Okay? We just come out of the freeze. We had dinner. Myself and Emily and Dave agreed that there was time to go to the bookstore. And so Dave was looking for books to help him with his nursing career, that he's going to start. And Emily knew I wanted to look at something. There were some political books, but we thought that they were kind of reactive, so we switched over to business, and that's when she suggested Rich Dad Poor Dad. And I had lost my copy when I moved from Llano. But now you know the truth, and now you know about Rich Dad Poor Dad. Hope that you enjoyed listening to Empower Your Pattern. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of the Empower Your Pattern community. This is Jimi Hendrix saying, until next time, don't just sit there and take it. Build your dreams so you can take it. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. Do what others don't so you can have what others can't. Choose, act, and pursue happiness. God bless you.